My name is Jimbo Phillips, and I'm a graphic artist, mainly in the action sports world. Design skateboards, surfboards, snowboards, and helmets for Bell helmets. I started working with Bell in about the 2000, and we just started off kind of little icons, kind of small stuff, and gradually we've got bigger and bigger, and now we got graphics spanning across like 3 helmets that all kind of interlink and go together. So it's been a fun progression over the years. My dad is a well-known artist as well. He designed the Screaming Hand, which is pretty famous, and the Santa Cruz red dot logo. It goes pretty far back. So he did all the skate graphics for Santa Cruz in the early days. Kind of developed their whole style and look. He'd be drawing, and I'd kind of pull up a paper next to him and draw, and he'd give me some tips and stuff. And then kind of about the time I was getting out of high school, the skateboard industry was really booming, and he needed help in the studio. So he kind of brought me on as an apprentice, and I kind of learned the trade and learned a lot, and worked with him over the years, and then kind of gone on my own and done my own stuff. Well, I grew up in Santa Cruz, and there's a real heavy surf skate culture, but it's a well-rounded town. There's a lot of adversity, and you got the mountains and the ocean and stuff, so it's just a beautiful town to live in, and it's definitely inspiring to create art, and there's a lot of great artists in this town. When I was little, I watched a lot of monster movies, the old black and white Frankenstein and Dracula, and Godzilla was huge. I was really into monsters, and comic books was also another big one. I collected comic books, big influences. And then, skateboarding. I skateboarded since I was about 5 years old, so that was always an influence. Not so much maybe graphic-wise, but just as an activity and an outlet. My family has kind of a musical history as well as art. So my grandma played piano, and her sister, and a lot of piano in the family. So if I didn't do art, I always like to think I would play music, just because it's another kind of creative outlet. And I used to play in bands. I used to play drums. If Jimbo Phillips was an insect, maybe he'd have like hands like a praying mantis, kind of, grabbing things, food and stuff, and maybe like, I don't know, lots of legs, lots of eyeballs for sure. The eyeballs would be like busting out of his head, and lots of colors, lots of bright colors, blue and yellow, and like those bugs, you see the bright colors and you're like, oh, don't touch that, it's probably poisonous.